Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd down, Love. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a toss, left side, Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
4 yards.
So the new season upon us. Every team, of course, big expectations, but the expectations are a little different for this offense. They've got one of the most talented teams in all of the National Football League. They think big things are on the way.
And I got a call from another coach in the league partner who jokingly, and maybe half-joking, he was asking, did they take the offseason off? Because all I keep hearing is how they're...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
The 1st down pass.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Throw left side complete. It's Norton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Michel on the counter. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Number 26.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Love now on second down. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The kick is good.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Love. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, Love to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Norton. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
A gain of
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Sony Michel.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now throwing on first down and completing it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sacked by Josh Uche. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
incomplete from the contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll throw now on the final play to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Gonzalez set.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
In the end zone.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And his throw is incomplete.
The pass.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
We got to do our job, man.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
At the Ravens' 44-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. That's out to his running back, Michel. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look up to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
Brings up third.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
At the 41-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First down.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. He's going to go up top again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He can't, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From a yard out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Love. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
On the play. It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. He's going deep for Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norton. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice. A long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call. Even more credit for how they executed it.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
He was covered.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there at 22.
1-yard line.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Ravens.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And this is secured by the Patriots. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Love's pass.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
On 4th down, Love. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30.
Sets up first down and
similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Love from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the
We were all riding high after the win. Back in the locker room, I checked my phone and saw tons of rumors about players who wanted to be traded to our team. I figured it couldn't hurt to mention it to the assistant GM. And sure enough, when I brought it up, he was more than receptive.
Didn't your offense have a nickname that year? What was it?
There have been some great nicknames in the NFL. The Steel Curtain, the greatest show on turf. But we decided actions spoke louder than words. Time was tight. We had an autograph signing in just a few hours, but I wanted to make sure I got enough work in with the new guys. The practice seemed to fly by. We all left the field feeling pretty pumped for our next game together.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
accelerating, and off he goes.
Oh, that's
up
the
to
way to run it,
midfield.
boy.
Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
all week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. Throwing on first down. Melton. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Over the middle this time to Fowler. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to throw. Melton. Screenplay. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
3-yard line.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. So the catch there, and Charles, we saw an interview with him, this wideout, earlier this week about a lot of people talking about should this team have a nickname and these guys on offense, and he was asked about that. If you could create a catchy nickname for your team, what do you think that would be? And his response was that, and that's caught inside the 35, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Melton. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Melton. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Melton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the...
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. Melton steps away to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 down at the 31. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
All day.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up...
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. On first and 10. Melton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Melton. And he comes back with one complete.
Melton's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And that is incomplete.
Melton's pass. Forced to the ground and incomplete. Sets up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Third down and
Now it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Deshaun Watson.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Down and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime. And all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Melton got his man complete over the middle. That's Fowler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Throwing on first down. Melton. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Melton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Khalil Mack.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand. And
got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Melton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Melton's
Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Melton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Melton. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Brings up 3rd.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Freeland speaks on the tackle.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now. With this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
To Marquise Brown.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Watson's pass.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. From the gun, Melton. Over the middle, complete. That's Fowler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
36-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Operating from the gun, Melton. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Go Bears. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Melton. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Melton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 4th down, Melton. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Looks like he'll throw here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Melton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.
It had been a long journey just to get to this point. And with every step, the stakes were raised. The press wanted to gauge our confidence level. As I stepped away from the mic, I knew the next time we stepped onto the field would determine whether we kept going or vanished forever.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. On 1st and 10, Tucker, and that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down.
It's
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Breeland.
They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Kansas City.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
9-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Be a pickup of 12 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
15-yard loss.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quick.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for the Baltimore touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
At their own 22-yard.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Baltimore. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff to Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, the playoffs are here and all the excitement that goes along with the month of January. And for this offense, let's be frank, they really feel like they're the team to beat.
And they should feel that way. This team should be uber confident about their abilities to go on a big run here in the playoffs because, let's face it, this is one of the most talented teams in the league. They've assembled talent from the offseason, in the draft. You know, during the season, they've brought in great parts to add to their team. Now it's time to see if they've grown together as a team, and are they more than just the sum of their parts? Are they finally a unit that can do some damage in the playoffs?
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes and
got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He completes it to Westbrook. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. Check. 53. Check.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And goal.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Patrick Mahomes.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Ravens take
coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman.
Mahomes pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2 or 3 step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they get on top of you in a heartbeat.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Freeland Speaks on the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
For Marquise Brown.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. And I think this one might just be over.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And the drive starts with a completion left side.
Mahomes pass.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead. It'll be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
The previous play is under review.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And the first down, Chiefs.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.